מכה דבר וברד. בו מבואר ששלוש מיני מיתות היו בבהמות, אחד דבר, אחד ברד, אחד מכת בכורות. How many plagues מצרים got? The animals of מצרים got? Three plagues. One, דבר. What is דבר?
Wild animals.
Wild animals. Second one is? Barad. What is barad?
Hail.
Huh? No, דבר is not wild animals. It's a disease. They all died. Pandemic. Corona 19. Amen. That's the rosti. Barad. Second one. Second one was with barad. Hail. Third one was makat bechorot of the behemoth. The animals firstborn also got on their head and makat bechorot. Says the Zohar umevayrot shekol makah הייתה רק באצבע אחת. Now ask your children a riddle. Which makah was with the full hand of Hashem?
We
read it in the Nagada.
Huh?
Nagada it says.
With the first, with the hand of Hashem.
Right, it says.
Which one? Which one? That it says by Yam Suf.
Yam Suf, right.
By Yam Suf it says over there it was stand with a finger. Over here it says yeah, so it's 50 because it's 5 fingers.
Right.
Remember? Says the Zohar, I have news for you. During that makot, there was two makot that was with 5 fingers of Hashem. Let's see what. ומבאר עוד שכל מכה הייתה רק באצבע אחת, אבל מכות דבר וברד היו על ידי כל 5 האצבעות. דבר and ברד. The pandemic and the barad and the hail that fell, this was Hashem said, with my 5 fingers I'm going to get it. I'm going to give it to them. כנגד כל 5 המינים שהיו שם, סוסים, חמורים, גמלים, בקר וצאן. What's the reason he says 5 fingers? He says because there were 5 animals that Hashem had mercy on the Egyptians to still live for them to revive the economy. What's the main animals back in the day that you are plowing the ground, that you are delivering food, you're delivering loads from place to place? Is the donkey, is the camel, is the horses, and what do you eat? The cows and the lamb and goat. Those are the 5 types of animals that Hashem left for the Egyptians to revive their economy. If they would understand, Hashem says, listen, I gave you shapalok, I gave you pavashke. Do tshuva. No? בוא קורא המחל מפונץ. בוא גבו יגבד מזנה. בוא כנס עומד ביו, גב. בוא טלפון.
The Egyptian gods anyway.
Yeah.
They wouldn't do business with it, but they're Egyptian gods.
Says the Zohar. לכן כתוב במכת דבר, הנה יד השם הייתה בכל 5 האצבעות של היד. If you open the pasuk, look, pasuk Shmot, I believe it was chapter 9, pasuk Gimel, right? או הנה, open, הנה, יש לך שמה. זה ויקרא. שמה חיבלת חיימך. שמה חיבלה ילדתך. שימני. ואחר שלא חזרו המצרים בתשובה, לשלח את ישראל, נתהפכו אותיות דבר לברד. Here, the Zohar says, because the Egyptians did not do tshuva, what did Hashem say? You don't listen to me. At the beginning, I'm going to give you Dever cho, pandemic. At the end, what I'm going to give up? At the end, what I'm going to give you? Barad. Write in Hebrew, Slova Dever, Dalet, Bet, Reish. Write the word Barad, Bet, Dalet, Reish. To tell you that now you're getting the next level of this 3 letters combination. You didn't listen to the first level? I'm going to give it to you on the harder level. And now listen to this. Write it down. Deber, Barad. Now listen to this. Which one was noisy? The Deber or the Barad?
Barad.
Huh?
Barad.
The hail or the pandemic? Which one was the noisy one? בוא תקרא. בוא תקרא. Says the Torah, behold,
באנגלית?
אגב, בעברית, בסדר.
איפה הוא? הנה יד השם, הויה במקנך אשר בשדה,
בסוסים, בחמורים, בגמלים, בצאן ובצאן.
דבר כבד מאוד.
So what does it say? הנה יד השם. What is yad in Hebrew? Hand of Hashem. Says the Zohar, התהפכו אותיות דבר לאותיות ברד, והרגו את 5 מיני הבהמות שנשארו ולא מתו בדבר. אמרו יהודאי. Now, why is it important, Rabotai, for us to know? It says the word barad and the word dever. Which letter sound different? Dever, dalet, v, resh, or barad, bet, resh, dalet. It's the same letters, but which sound? Pay attention to the sound. Which?
You say both of them slowly, please. Say both of them slowly.
Both of them is slowly again. Dever, eli, barad.
Because the first one is the
Which one has the dat in it? Bet. Says the Zohar, you know why? Because your name, your wife's name, your children's name is the bracha that you give for that specific name. What's your child's name? Jessica. מה זה ג'סיקה? מה אתה, דמונה? מה זה ג'סיקה? לא, רביי, ג'סיקה משור. יש על מי לסמוך, על ג'ייסי.
They say it's Sarah, it's Kat. It's Sarah's name.
שרה, כן.
על שם יצר,
על שם יצר הרע.
להקים זה
It's not Jewish, right?
Huh?
It's not Jewish.
Different these names that the people make up. Hashem Erachem. This is the bracha of the child. This bracha of your wife. This bracha of yourself. His name is Michael. Everybody calls him Michael. למה אתה קורא לו מייקל? His name is Michael.
Este уже родился Джессика нам поменять?
Last
כן,
week,
מה זה? זה לא
last
שמות
week, the
טובים.
guy names his daughter Lorraine.
מה זה לא רים?
Lorraine.
לא רים. אין רים. לא רים. אין רים בחיים. זהו.
Lorraine.
לא רים.
אין ברכה, נו, הלך הברכה, נו.
Israeli guy.
אנא.
Always
בוא לא רים. You see, Israeli guy, לא רים. אין רים.
Oh shit. Oh,
איי, איי, איי.
לך לקשר.
So that, it says the Zohar, the pandemic was quiet. You woke up in the morning, you see, wow, this one dead, this one dead, this one dead. Shh. He said that's the hint in the letter V. The ver. Shh. The bet is not noisy. But in the letter, in the word barad, what happened to the bet? You get a dat. What is that now? Now it's coded to make a whole noise over here. That's why the barad was boom boom, boom boom. Which letter gave that power to make boom boom? Bet. That's what the bet has a dot in there. And the letter barad. That's what the names Abotai you put for yourself, for your children, for your wife. That's not a joke. Person have to think about this name. Sometimes you write the ketubah, he gives the name. Oh, Rabbi, my name is Yehuda. Everybody call me Jesse. מה איך אתה ג'סי? מה זה? צריך לקרוא לשמות נכונים. Now listen to this Zohar. So now you have the importance to tell to your children, tomorrow they're going to Bezrat Hashem grow up, tell them always, you are Michael, you are not Jessica, you are Sarah, you are not whatever. Always give them the Jewish names and make sure that they be called that the Jewish name. It's important for their mazal. Continues the Zohar, says, מה אמר מכת הרוב? ובו מבואר שמכה זו באה להרבב ולבלבל את חוכמת מצריים החיצונה שבה היו משתמשים בכשפיהם להרבב את הכוחות העליונים ושהשם שינה את סדרי מלאכי מעלה כדי שלא יוכלו המצריים להשביעם ולפעול בכשפיהם. Says the Zohar, whenever the Egyptians saw that these Jewish people make tofalang all over. Rabotai, I don't know if you saw a little bit videos of what's going on in Israel.
Balagan.
Balagan. נכון? Imagine right now 10 plagues in Egypt. What's going on over there? אתה מבין מה זה?
Tam בשטח.
בלאגן, זה עמונה חונה. In Egypt.
Wow, today. Still going on.
It says, comes the Egyptians and said, listen, all this balagan, because of who? Because of the Jews. Let's make kishufim. How do you make kishufim, the Zohar says? You make certain names, say certain words, and you are tying down the malach that is in charge of the fire. The malach that is in charge of the water. the malach that is in charge of the hill, the malach that is in charge of the sun, and you can flip the whole nature upside down with that. Who knew how to make those witchcrafts? The Egyptians. The Egyptians were number one in this witchcraft. So that's why until today some people say these pyramids, people go get lost. Why? There's full of witchcrafts over there. Nichnasim metim, go and klum.
You cannot go in there.
Cannot come out, huh? Not Jews. I'm saying goyim.
It's a jail for demons.
Yeah. They say people go inside, disappeared.
They go to the next. They go. To
Nobody
the
knows where are they there.
Because there's a stargate over there. They go to different dimensions.
Full of kishufim inside there. Says the Zohar, listen what Hashem did. הרוב כי היגבנה דערבב לו זיני דחוכמתה דלהון ולא יכלי להדבקה שבזו ירבב להם השם כל מיני חוכמות שלהם ולא יכלו עוד להשיגן ולא עוד אלא אפילו דעני תשתכחו בהרעה מחבלן לא בהרעה מחבלן וחיו ולא עוד אלא אותו החיות שנמצאות בארץ שהיו רגילים ללמוד מהם חוכמות עכשיו נהיו משחיתים בארץ והשחיתו ושינו את דרכם. Did you ever see, says the Zohar, a cow that eats a person? Huh? Behave like a lion. Did you ever see a tiger eats the grass? Says the Zohar, not only that the animal's location changed, means to say the lion is in the zoo, the domestic animal is next to your house, the nature of the animals itself also changed. And the animal that is domestic becomes right now wild. Imagine a person has the whole time a cow that all years being pulled milk, suddenly she becomes a lion.
In which Makkah happened?
Just imagine this.
Beast, the wild beasts.
The arov is a mixture. Wild beast, what? That they all got mixed. They got attacked by the wild beasts.
Right.
Yes, that's arov. It says the Zohar, what's the reason it happened? It says because the malach of the sheep right now became the malach of the tiger. The malach of the cow became right now the malach of the lion. The malach of the lion became right now the malach of the cow. Hakol Hashem switched around. So why Hashem did it? It says in order to save the Jewish people. How much love Hashem has to the Jewish people. The dear children of Hashem. Hashem says right now the malach of the fire, I'm going to change his position. I'm going to make them fired. You right now become the malach of the trees. So they call the malach of the fire, the same names. It doesn't come. So I don't know what you want. So he mixed up all the malachim in Shamayim in order for the Jewish people not to get hurt by these Egyptians. Says the Zohar, that's the secret of Makat Arov, of the mixture of the wild animals that they attacked. The reason why they attacked, because Hashem removed all the protection of the malachim from the people. He let the animals eat them alive. Imagine you go outside and you see a cow eats a person. עכשיו אתה יוצא החוצה, you see a cow, eats a person.
Some women is like the wives. Eating the husband like the cow.
טוב.
What did it say? We came with their
Just
own.
said.
Now listen to this. Says the Zohar, דהרים ידי עלי ולעילה ותתה, ומתאמן להתעביד חוכמתה מצרים, דכתיב העבדה חוכמת חכמה ובינת נבונה תסתתה. ותחת זה, says the Zohar, that's the secret of the pasuk, סכסכתי מצרים במצרים, פירוש אעשה תגר וריב ביניהם, דהיינו מצרים דעילה, במצרים לטאטה, בגין, דאינון חילין לעילה, ממנן על חילין דלטאטה, והתערבו כולהו, התערבו לעילה, דלהבו מצרים יחליד, התקשרה בחרשיו, באינון דוכתיו, דם מתקשרים בקדמיתה, דה איהו עליו הרוב, חייבן דאבו מתערבי דבדה. Says the Zohar, and guess what? When can a person do the same problem in his own life? Of mixing up all the malachim in Shamayim. Do you know when? Whenever he's mixing the prohibited mixtures. When are you mixing the prohibited mixtures? You're taking right now the basar and the meat, and you're mixing it together with the milk. What did you do? You took the malach of the meat in the world, you're mixing up with the powers of the milk, with Hashem telling you this is a secret, this malach and this malach doesn't go along, doesn't get along. If you take the cucumber with the tomato, that's no problem. But if you take the malach of the meat and you take the malach of the milk and you're mixing them, you're mixing up right now all the bracha in Shamayim. A person that, God forbid, wears shatnez suits Malakov, a person that didn't check his suits for shatnez. What just Pesach hijot. A lot of people check their closets. Spring cleaning. I don't know when it's spring, but it's cleaning is already happening. Spring cleaning.
Last week, Rabbi Aderet asked me, he was here, if I know a shatnez guy. He gave me 2 of his frocks, you know the frocks
Yeah.
he wear?
Yeah.
Both of them came out to be shatnez.
Wow.
The
Rabbi
shoulder
Aderet?
pads inside were shatnez.
Wow.
They were taken, he was shocked. And he went to Kronheitz. For shatnez guy, couldn't find him here, came here, and he tells me, you know what shatnez guy? I'm like, yeah. I took it there and I was shocked. The Jewish thing that's made for Jews. Nobody else wears it.
Wow.
Oh, that's
Shatnez.
crazy.
Shatnez. That's what I'm telling you. You gotta be careful. Shatnez. Don't say, Rabbi, this is already checked, this already this. John Dedesh, $10, $15, you close the whole damn disas. Hashem Shibet Anar Liskavat. You're mixing up the malach of the tzemer and the malach of the linen together. And then they are causing a whole problem. The Zohar says it gets excommunicated for 40 days in Shamayim. Person that did it together. Also, Kilayim. Huh?
How come Kohen Gadol can do it?
Kohen Gadol. Hashem said it. I don't know. Maybe in Bet HaMikdash it's
40
okay.
days he's not there, he's just officiating in Bet HaMikdash.
Yeah, the Torah said. Also, you also can do it. Whenever you wear techelet and the linen, the real techelet, you're allowed to do it. The Torah says.
On Taikin Tzitzit, you're allowed to have shatnez.
Right? If it's a real techelet. We don't have real techelet. We don't know if it's the real one. We assume it's the real one, but we don't have stamp that it's the real one. Certainty. So it says, huh? Huh? Kilayim, a person that mixing up, God forbid, 2 fruits that they're not allowed. Mix together. There's rules about it. Grafted. Or if a person, chas v'shalom, he is, huh? No. Or if a person is planting fruits next to prohibited plants that he doesn't know the rules. He has to know the rules, which one is allowed, which one is not allowed. Rabbi, did you find out which one is allowed to next to which one? You're just doing things. Every step of your life, Rabotai, you have to ask, Rabbi, why is it called halakha? Halakha is from the word holech. What is holech?
Walk.
Every step. Every step you do in life, ask, Rabbi, is this allowed? I don't know. Rabbi, if I ask the rabbi, maybe I'll look like a retard in his eyes. Obviously it's allowed. No, there's sometimes there's things, I didn't know. A person lends money sometimes to somebody. A person borrows money from somebody. Here, this guy bought a house not too long ago over here. His father-in-law lends him $250,000 to buy the house. I told him, did you make a shtar? No shtar. Paper, you gotta write. Me, David Abramov, borrow money from Reuben Shimonov, whatever the name is. Did you write this? Rabbi, it's my father-in-law. So did you give it to Matana? No, he gave me a loan. A loan, you have to write down paper. If you don't write down on paper, the halakha says bringing on himself klala. Bringing on himself a curse.
It's a sin not to do it.
It's a sin not to borrow money and not to write it down to the guy.
What is your
You took from him money, you gotta leave him a paper.
What is your partner?
Partner is something else. Unless it's for the business or no.
Yeah.
If it's for the business, you borrow from each other for the business. How does it make sense? You have money in the business that you're using or he's using.
So everything has to be on paper.
Even partnership.
But whenever, that's true. But whenever you're borrowing money, you gotta know, Rabbi, is this allowed? Rabbi, is this not allowed? The person have to ask every step in order for him not to make a mistake. Says the Zohar, because the Hashem switched the malachim around, after in Shamayim, all the animals down here also switched, and the nature also switched. That's why, Rabotai, every one of us have to be careful not to mix shatnez, not to mix meat and milk together, not to mix prohibited kilayim, not to plant plants in the places that it's not allowed to plant next to other plants. There's rules about every one of these things I said. Person that does things, you have to ask, Rabbi John, what do you think about this? Rabbi John, what do you think about that? And like this, a person is going to make sure to always do the right things, and bracha is going to come Kol Am Yisrael the right way. Baruch Adonai Le'olam.
Amen.
Amen. Amen.